right, now we're going to talk about how to include research in a body paragraph. And I am going to go ahead and say that every body paragraph that you write should have research in it, if that is an option, which it is in this essay. You were given prompts that included passages and research on both sides of the argument. So every single body paragraph that you write should have an argument, a reason for that argument, and it should be backed up by something that someone else has said besides you. As brilliant as you are, your argument will always be better by backing it up with someone else's ideas as well. So we have already covered topic sentences. You've written your topic sentence. You know what the topic of your paragraph is. Now, how do you actually include your quote? We're going to be focusing on this green word right here, quote, but the context and analysis is a part of that as well. So let's look at an example of a good body paragraph. And in red, you'll notice the topic sentence. There are several possible reasons why my father is in excellent health. Now we're going to get into the research, the facts, the supporting detail. It's not just our ideas that are backing up our topic sentence. It's data, it's specifics. First, he is in excellent condition because he has stopped smoking cigarettes. He quit smoking cigarettes since whenever he climbed stairs, he would quickly stop several times and cough loudly. He also has good health as a result of stopping eating the wrong kinds of food. Third, he is in good physical shape, for he exercises a lot. He swims three times a week at the local gym. So we have given facts, outside information to back up that topic sentence that we made. Now we need a concluding sentence. In short, my father is in better shape than some of his children are. So we've kind of sandwiched that information in with, first I'm going to talk about his health, and then as a summary, he's in good shape. So that purple sentence and the red sentence are very similar and have similar jobs. The red one says, hey, here's what I'm about to talk about, and the purple one says, here's what I just talked about. Now, that's an informative essay. Let's look at it a little bit more with our argumentative essay. So I want you to think of the quote as the muscle of your paper. You're finding the very best evidence to support your claim and your reasons. What data is going to help me? What stories are going to help me? Are there any lists or reasons or facts that I can use that really back up my argument? So let's look at this topic sentence here. Bullies should not have too harsh of punishments because they too can be going through severe trauma. Now I want you to ask yourself whether this quote backs up that topic sentence. Students have a unique power to prevent bullying. More than half of bullying students stop when a peer intervenes on behalf of the student being bullied. Now that quote does not back up the idea that bullies shouldn't be punished because they're going through trauma. It relates to bullying, but it doesn't back up that topic sentence. And remember that every single thing, every word, every sentence of a paragraph should always be backing up the topic sentence, always be related to that topic sentence. And in this case, that quote wouldn't do that. This one would be better. If our topic sentence were online school is the best educational option for middle school students because it provides flexibility, a good quote to back that argument up is, a benefit to taking online courses is that they offer flexibility. There's our connection to make sure we're staying on topic to the student. This is a great option for those who already have time commitment with family and work. Online classes will mold with your schedule. Log in to your online course at a time that works best for you as opposed to having to attend a lecture at a specific time. And notice that you're seeing those first and second person pronouns. If they're in a quote, it's okay. Now, if you look over these possible quotes right here, and the question is, should schools maintain traditional 9-month schedule with a summer break because year-round school would cause too many disruptions to family life? want you to look over these and think, which of these quotes is going to relate back to schools should not switch to year-round? This pink one right here, A, says family with kids in different schools operating on different tracks can have a rough time scheduling daycare or family vacations. Mothers who teach could no longer count on sharing a summer break schedule that would save money on childcare. Now, the rest of them, they're related to breaks. They're related to school, but they don't prove this point. So it's similar to when we were talking about main idea versus and the details. You know, it might be, you don't want to say that have a list of NFL teams and MLB teams and all kinds of other sports teams, but then say that your topic is NFL, right? Like we talked about in class. You want every single supporting detail to back up the topic sentence, and pink would do that for this topic sentence. All right, once you have your quote, what do you do at that point? Well, all this context means is, where did that information come from? In this outline, there happens to be a lot of information. It came from an article. It talks about the title of the article. Wherever your research came from is fine. If you got it from passage 2 and there's no title for passage 2 or there's no author, then you would just say passage 2. Whatever context you can give your reader, all that means is giving them an understanding of where you got that information from. So you're not just dropping the information in, you're saying, hey, I found this somewhere. Then you put your quote right there, and then you move on to analysis. And all that means is you are explaining it, not just restating it in your own words, but you're explaining how it relates to your claim. If your claim is about how bullies need, or how video games are causing violence, then your analysis of the quote needs to explain how this quote relates back to your topic. Don't assume your reader gets it. Don't assume they're making these connections and they understand how this quote relates to your topic and your claim. Explain it. And finally, your transition will just wrap up any final ideas. So if my topic here is violent video games, I've given a quote about how violent games can increase violent behavior. I'm going to explain how this is a negative, a reason why video games need to be avoided. And my transition is going to be something along the lines of, even if you're not playing violent video games, too much playing can lead to other harmful effects on your brain. So we're going to kind of transition to my next topic, wrap up my final thoughts on that topic of violence. So we have put that quote in, we've analyzed it, and we're going to finish it off with a transition.